Welcome to the 2021 Golf Summer Series opening night. Tonight we're here at the Armory Digital Superspeedway for the Costco 400 benefiting Mental Health America. After months of waiting and preparation, we're just about ready to officially kick off our second ever Golf Summer Series season as 35 new and old faces are all lined up here on pit road. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Josh, your commentator for tonight's race, and well, we're here. This season and this schedule have been in the works for almost a full year, but in reality, we're just getting started. And what better place to start than the site of the closest Golf Summer Series finish in history with a sellout crowd for the second year in a row. But before we get started, let's take a look at our starting lineup and pre-race ceremonies. So on the pole, we have two-time Winter Street Stocks winner Trey Smith and Exzel, your Spring Showdown winner Dan McTrain in the 37. Row 2, Devin Payment, your winner from the opening Winter Street Stocks race last December, and Nick Sant now to number 52. Row 3, Herbert Solomon in the 67 this year, and John McFadden competing in his first Golf Summer Series race after doing a full season in the Winter Street Stocks. Row 4, Johnny Hernandez and Kyle Salmon also making his first ever Summer Series start after competing in the Winter Street Stocks. Row 5, Owen Miles and another rookie, RC Gamer in the 42. Row 6, Richard Herman, who won this race last year, and defending series champion, Kellen Baker. Row 7, we got two rookies side by side of each other, Jordan Forbes in the 61, and Ross McTrain in the 35. Row 8, Dominic Payment and Jason Albert. Row 9, Matthew Hill and Aiden Robertson, another row full of Summer Series rookies here. Row 10, another rookie, Rain Vale in the 8, and Lipsy returning to the 9 car. Row 11, Nelson Reeves and Random J, now in a Pontiac. And speaking of Random J's teammates are on row 12, Jordan Stout and Keyshawn Richardson. Row 13, Hoodlum, your Southern 500 winner from last season, and Nargan Scott. Row 14 is Movement now in the 5 car, and Matthew Burnett now in the number 13. Row 15, Joe T in the 17, and Braden Carruthers now in the 4 car. Row 16, Dan Matteillo in the 14 this time around, and Brad Reim in the 40 this year in the Summer Series. Row 17, David Johnson, a past Winter Street Stocks winner, and Brendan Beal making his return in the Summer Series in the number 22. And finally in row 18 is Winter Street Stocks champion Ryan Wilson in the 7. And now it is time for the pre-race ceremony, starting with our national anthem. And now, finally, it is time for the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines.
let's take a look at the track info here for tonight. So going to go 36 laps on this 2.6 mile long super speedway with 33 degrees of banking in the turns. And as for the weather here in Seattle, we have a very cool 46 degrees Fahrenheit with 6 miles per hour towards the northeast. Now, of course, with this being a super speedway, one thing these drivers have to watch out for is the dreaded big one, as 3 out of the 5 super speedway races last year in the summer series had one big one. I mean, literally one driver could make a single mistake and directly cause over half the field to be in the garage area by the end of the night's race, so everyone's definitely got to be really careful here. With that out of the way, it's time to kick back, relax, and enjoy the show, as we're about to get this 2021 Summer Series season officially underway. Also, a shout out to all the moms out here on this Mother's Day evening. You're all some truly incredible and important people on this planet, and many things we have in life, all thanks to y'all. Here we go, pace car down pit road. Once again, a huge thank you to everyone supported this series. All the painters, admins, everyone on the server, y'all know who you are. Thank you all of our drivers for joining. I hope this is going to be a good season, much like last year and in the winter street stocks. And here we go, green flag. The 2021 Golf Summer Series season is officially underway here at Armory Digital. Great start there for Trey Smith in the 66, as here comes Devin Payment side by side of Dan McTrain. Devin Payment with a great run off turn number 2 there for his former teammate Herbert Solomon, right behind him in the 67. Down the backstretch and into turn number 3, another great run there for the 88 as he looks to the inside for the lead. Already 4 wide towards the back of the pack, and off turn number 4, Devin Payment to the lead here at Armory Digital. Now the question is, can Devin Payment hold off the 67 and 66, both teams of Draco and Racing teammates there, to lead the first lap of the season? It looks like he will. Devin Payment will lead the first lap here in the 2021 season. But as I said, here comes Herbert Solomon there in the 67 for a great run with help from Jordan Forbes in the 61. Jordan Forbes just in the team by himself, but he has fellow Dodge Richard Herman right behind him. Already 4 wide coming off turn number 2. Richard Herman for a great run. As he's still behind the 61. And you can see we got a lot more Dodges this year. Last year we had 1 Dodge in the 66 of Trey Smith. But now we have several Dodges, including a super team of Dodges in Relfan Motorsports. Got to go look at some of your rookies here. Kyle Salmon in the 36. John McFadden in the 89. Both former drivers from the winter street stocks, making their attempt here in the summer series. Looks like we'll see who's going to lead lap number 2. Looks like Jordan Forbes in the 61 will lead lap number 2. And going into 1, everyone is still 4 wide here. So around goes Hoodlum, Dominic Payment on his roof. Nick Sant, RC Gamer all involved, as we're already under caution here at Armory Digital. Both the McTrain brothers are involved in that. As here's your race back to the start-finish line. Owen Miles with help from Matthew Hill in the 90 to the lead here at Armory Digital. Miles trying to block Hill's run going into turns 3 and 4, but Hill still stays committed to the inside lane with help from Nelson Reeve now in the 16. Side by side coming in the front stretch. Who's going to lead the 3rd lap here in this race? And it looks like to the line is going to be Matthew Hill in the 90 car, leading his first career GSS lap. Now let's take a look at the instant replay to see what caused our first wreck of the 2021 Summer Series season. So all of this started going across the start-finish line into turn number 1. So in the 1 here, Hoodlum and Dominic Payment just ran out of room. Collected Dan McTrain, nowhere to go for him. Same could go for Nick Sant. RC Gamer also involved in that. Not a good way to start off his Summer Series career. And you also saw Ross McTrain also get a piece of that as well. So go on board with Nick Sant here in the 52. There's just nowhere to go for him there. Dominic just slid off of Hoodlum's roof there. And for the 2nd year in a row, Nick Sant will be involved in the first wreck here at Armory Digital. Go on board with Dan McTrain. And just nowhere to go for him. Go on board with Keyshawn Richardson here in the 24. Did he Good job of missing that. Nearly backed into the 35 there. Tickle distance slow motion. So you can see when Hoodlum and Dominic came up again, there was just nowhere for Dan McTrain to go. Nick Sant nowhere to avoid. Hits the 55, and the 55's roof literally slides above Hoodlum's roof there. Definitely a very, very scary wreck for the 55 with Dominic Payment. And Dominic's another driver who was also involved in the first wreck of this race last year. So both Nick Sant and Dominic, not really like an Armory Digital as the season opening race. Anyways, under caution, lap number 4 of 36. As we got some pit stops for the first time this season. Looks like Matthew Hill, Owen Miles, Nelson Reeves, your top 3 are all coming down. But we do got some cars staying out there. We've got Johnny Hernandez, Jordan Stout, Kyle Salmon, Rain Vela, there's Herbert Solomon, John McFadden. Other drivers Movement and Keyshawn Richardson. All the other drivers staying out. As everybody else will come down pit road. Looks like Matthew Hill will take 2 Firestone tires new to the Summer Series this year. As for this off pit road, Owen Miles in the 60 would beat Matthew Hill off pit road. Matthew Hill second, Joe T in third, Nelson Reeves in fourth, and David Johnson rounds off the top 5 before you race off pit road. Interesting things already happening here in the 2021 Summer Series opening night. As Johnny Hernandez, Jordan Stout, and Kyle Salmon are your top 3. As we're already under caution here at Armory Digital for this very, very violent wreck. Golf Summer Series merch and gear is now available on Animal Crossing New Leaf and New Horizons. And if you're interested, be sure to click the link in the video description. So literally, as we went to commercial break, this ended up happening to Nargan Scott in 86. He gets in the back of Ryan Wilson there in the 7. Kellen Baker also got in the back of the 1 of Aiden Robinson. Both cars will continue on, but Nargan Scott has some pretty decent damage to the 86 car. Currently, Johnny Hernandez, Jordan Stout, and Kyle Salmon make up your top 3. Also, everyone from 1st to 7th did not pit during this last caution, so they do have older tires compared to the rest of the field. Some of the drivers out of this race include Hoodlum in the 3, Nick Sant in the 52, RC Gamer in the 42, and Dominic Payment in the 55. While currently the McTrain brothers of Ross and Dan McTrain were involved in the wreck but have a lot of damage. But anyways, we're back in the green here at Armory Digital, lap number 8 of 36 this time by. And the top 7 there, who did not pit during that last caution, did get a good restart. I don't think it's going to be very long for these guys for fresher tires to catch up. Down the backstretch. The top 3 still remaining single file, as everybody else tries to get runs off each other. Here comes Jordan Stout now on the inside of Johnny Hernandez, trying to take the lead from the 46. Side by side for the lead. Stout with help from Salmon there as they go into turn number 4. Here comes an Atlanta Indy teammate John McFadden off turn number 4 for a great run down the front stretch. Coming towards the Charleville, Jordan Stout will lead lap number 8 of 36 and will be the first ever Pontiac to lead a lap here in the Summer Series. But going into turn number 1, John McFadden forced 3 wide in the middle there, as here comes Rain Vale in the 8 car, making her first ever start respond a bit for racing. Movement to 5 also behind Vela, as here comes some of the cars that pitted during our last caution. Many of them are still single file, but Matthew Hill there able to catch up behind the 67. And there's the 17 of Joe T, another one of the new Pontiacs up there in the field. And also a reminder that every time a lead change happens in this race, $2 will be donated to Mental Health America. As now off of turn number 4, here comes Kyle Salmon. Side by side with Jordan Stout. And coming to the triumphal, Kyle Salmon is still side by side with Jordan Stout, but will lead lap number 9. That's his first GSS lap led there. Of course, Salmon actually finished inside the top 10 in the Winter Street Stock standings, despite missing the first race, as he actually replaced this guy on board right now, Joe T. Usually Dan Matteillo as the sponsor Pepsi in the number 17, but things are different this time around, as had to team up with the rookie Joe T, making his second ever Random J Series start. And as the field comes down the back straight away into turns 3 and 4, the facts now starting to form up here, as we're starting to see some 3-wide action here. Jordan 4 is back up in the picture behind Devin Payment, with the 60 with your pole sitter Trey Smith there also behind him as well. Up front, Rain Vela trying to block the rest of the field and will lead lap number 10 of 36. Here comes Joe T with a great run into turns 1 and 2, with Devin Payment still right behind him. Some friendly fire from the Spina Bifida teammates there of the 8 and 88. Got some more cars joining this main pack here. Got defending series champion Kellen Baker, Nelson Reeves, David Johnson, Richard Herman, last year's winner of this race, making his way in the picture, and Jason Albert in that green 80 car. Winter Street Stocks champion Ryan Wilson behind Richard Herman there. And there's Random J on the inside. They haven't talked much about that 53 here tonight so far. With Whoopsie in the 9, of course, infamous for that heartbreaking finish at the Roval last year. So Keyshawn Richardson, Brandon Carruthers, Dan Matteillo there, and Matthew Burnett. And there's Nargan Scott, who of course got that damage during our last caution as he was coming out of pit road. Meanwhile, back up front, the field, most of the pack all grouped together off turn number 2 with Trey Smith and Brad Reim currently the top 2. Here comes Brendan Beal and Kellen Baker on the inside now, with Lipsy there going into turn number 3, making it 4 wide. This is much like we saw during the first couple laps, and if these guys don't be careful, we could see another wreck. But that is definitely not stopping this field, but going 3 by 3 as Richard Herman tries to make it 4 wide on the inside there. Brendan Beal in the 22, bully lap number 12 from his teammate Brad Reim right next to him. These guys are still side by side going into the mini straightaway and into turn number 2. Here comes Random J with help from Lipsy and his teammate Keyshawn Richardson as Richard Herman rockets to the lead here at Armory Digital. Here comes Lipsy on the inside, making it 4 wide with Matthew Hill in the 90 right behind him. That 90 car has been flying so far here tonight. Brendan Carruthers is also behind Matthew Hill. And up front, Richard Herman currently 3 wide for the lead, trying to hold these guys off to lead lap number 13 of 36. Broncos movement, Ryan Wilson on his side. Devin Payment, Brendan Beal involved as the Winter Street Stocks champion barrel rolls violently on his roof, side over side, towards the exit of turn number 1. Caution back out once again. See Devin Payment stuck in the apron there. There's the damage to the 5 of movement. You saw Brad Reim got some damage there. Meanwhile, he raced back to the line between Richard Herman and Matthew Hill. Coming off turn number 4, Matthew Hill with help from Brandon Carruthers there, who on our last Super Speeder race had 8 pole, barely edging out Aiden Thomas. Into the stripe, Matthew Hill once again will take the lead here at Armory Digital. Take a look at some of the fastest laps here so far. Random J currently the fastest lap, 47.181. Aiden Robinson, Kellen Baker, Keyshawn Richardson, and Lipsy make up the top 5. So 2 Pontiacs make up the top 5 fastest speeds. Definitely a great start for that new Pontiac program here in the Summer Series. But now let's take a look at the replay to see what caused our second caution of the night. So much like our first incident of Dominic Payment and Hoodlum, this happened going into turn number 1. So look like this time, movement and Devin Payment. We're on Ryan Wilson out of room. On his side, they're wall riding as coming down the apron just barrel rolls violently on the grass. That's something you do not want to see there. Let's go on board with Brendan Beal. And much like our first incident with Dan McTrain, Beal had nowhere to go, which is along for the ride. Tough break for the 22 as he was pretty fast. Let's go on board with Reim. Wow, definitely threading the needle there. Great miss for her there. Looks like Johnny Hernandez did get a little bit of damage there. Let's take a look why. Oh, looks like he checked up in the bumper of Jordan Stout. Both him and giving both the 11 and 46 some damage there. Anyways, pit stops once again. This time led by Jordan Forbes in the 61. Joe T in the 17, Random J in the 53. And Herbert Solomon in the 67 to follow behind. And some of these drivers who did pit during our last caution also down pit road during these cycles of caution. Looks like Jordan Forbes on his pit stall here. Looks like gas to go only for that 61 team is... Oh, he makes contact with Kellen Baker! Looks like they're going to continue on as Jordan Forbes will win the race off pit road. Definitely bizarre incident there. Joe T behind him there in second. Looks like Kellen Baker, Jason Albert, and David Johnson rounds off the top 5 from race off pit road. Currently the guys who did stay out include Matthew Hill, Braden Carruthers, Richard Herman, Lipsy, Keyshawn Richardson, Nelson Reeves, Owen Miles, and Trey Smith. Dan McTrain also did stay out, but he is a lap car as he is currently 3 laps down. Now let's take a look at this replay to see what exactly happened to Jordan Forbes during those pit cycles. So he was coming into his box there. As he was coming out, you know, Kellen Baker was getting into his. Both those guys will continue as we're under caution for the second time here at Armory Digital. For the first time next Sunday, the Golf Summer Series heads to Mexico City for race number 2 of the season. They'll be live on this channel at 7:45 Eastern Standard Time. We're just about past halfway here in the opening race of the 2021 Summer Series season here at Armory Digital. Pace car down pit road. Currently Matthew Hill, Braden Carruthers, and Richard Herman make up the top 3. Devin Payment there on the inside, 2 laps down. With Ryan Wilson, the 7, joining Hoodlum, Dominic Payment, Nick Sant, and RC Gamers as the only cars out of the race. As here we go, back on the green here at Armory Digital. And much like the last restart, the top 8 did stay out. And so far the top 8 is getting a great restart. As now Braden Carruthers goes for the lead now on Matthew Hill, side by side, coming off turn number 2. Into the back straightaway, Braden Carruthers trying to clear Matthew Hill. Those two having absolutely no help from anyone else. But now here comes the rest of the cars, who are just going to pass by both the lap cars of Devin Payment and Dan McTrain. Matthew Hill with no help, stuck on the outside. Looks like Keyshawn Richardson will pick him up there with Richard Herman now right behind Braden Carruthers for the lead. Braden Carruthers will lead lap number 20 of 36. As mentioned, won the last Super Speedway race in the Summer Series at April, but also won the Colorado race for the Winter 3 Stocks. But Braden Carruthers is not really in a good place right now because there's nothing but forwards behind him. As now Owen Miles now looks for the inside for the lead. Side by side, will his Dracoan Racing teammate help him out? Keyshawn Richardson now looking to the inside there down the back straightaway as they go into turn number 3. There's Richardson's teammate Random J now in the picture. Is he going to help out the 24? Looks like he will. And that's going on the inside lane and get a good run off turn number 4. And as Owen Miles leads lap number 20, it's time for some Golf Summer Series. Crank it up. Lap number 24 of 36, Random J in the wall there as he nearly gets turned by Kellen Baker there. That was very scary for not only the 53, but also the rest of the field behind him. Random J able to save it. Will lose several positions though as he falls back to the lead pack. Take with the cars deep in the field here. Bradley Reim and Argon Scott. Both involved. Always got a piece of our last two cautions. Devin Payman and Brendan Beal also involved during that last caution. And there's McTrain brothers of Ross and Dan. We'll also have damage from that first incident. And Johnny Hernandez without a hood. Without a bumper, really. Currently the last car on the lead lap in the 28th position. Devin Payman currently the first car 2 laps down. With the 37 right behind him. Meanwhile, back up front, John McFadden back to the lead here in Armory Digital. Lap number 25 of 36 now. But here comes Joe T once again to 17. A foe from Aiden Robinson in the one car. Inside lane trying to group together here. Vela makes it 4 wide going into turn number 3. She almost goes below that blue line there. Vela is still on the track. Gets behind Aiden Robinson now. As we come to lap number 26 of 36. 11 laps to go here at Armory Digital. It's going to be dead heat to the line. Looks like John McFadden barely led that time by. But Joe T going into turns 1 and 2 with the advantage over the 89 car. David Johnson right behind Joe T. As it comes to 16 and Nelson Reeves once again. And Richard Herman once again. Making it 4 wide going into turn number 3. Herman made that exact same move just before our last caution. But on the front stretch rather than turn number 3. Got a bit of gap here on our main pack. Both Vela and Random J who were once up towards the front of the pack. Now towards the back of the pack. Same can also be said for Owen Miles and Herbert Solomon there. Matthew Burnett, haven't said too much about him in that 13 car. Won the pole for this race last year. But has mostly stayed in the back, trying to avoid another horrible season like he had in both the Summer Series last year and the Winter Street Stocks. Meanwhile, a battle for the lead once again between Nelson Reeves and David Johnson. Nelson Reeves, this time has the advantage going into turn number 3. With Joe T right behind him. On board with Keyshawn Richard here into 24. Currently behind Trey Smith now, as Joe T now looks to the inside for the lead. Lap number 28 of 36, 9 laps to go here at Armory Digital. Joe T led that time by, but Jason Albert's right behind him in that 80 car. Down the backstretch, the inside lane trying to form here in hopes of getting a run into turn number 3 to help challenge Joe T for the lead. Albert way up high in the track there. Saw the lap car, Johnny Hernandez. These guys are going to catch him in the next lap or two. As Nelson Reeves side by side with Joe T once again. Nelson Reeves back up front. He'll clear to 17 going down the tri-oval. Lap number 29, this time by. Only 8 laps to go here in Armory Digital. David Johnson gets in the wall there into turn number 1. He's going to lose several positions here. But I think he'll still have enough time to have a chance at the win, assuming if the lap car of Johnny Hernandez does not affect him. And speaking of which, we're going to catch that 46 car rather soon here. Probably coming off turn number 4. And here they come. Hernandez going to be in the middle now. He's going to go up onto the outside to block Joe T in his lane. And now back down the middle. He's going to block the rest, basically the entire field. The inside of, led by Matteillo, Matthew Burnett, Kyle Salmon, and David Johnson. Able to get past by Hernandez there as everybody else scrambles to get past by him there. Here's Brandon Carruthers way up high, nearly hits the wall there. So does the 66 and 60. Random J and Baker can pass by. As Owen Miles McFadden there continue to struggle with the 46. Meanwhile, this time by, we come to 6 laps to go. Matthew Hill back up front. He has so far led the most laps out of anyone here tonight. So a very strong force for that 90 team here tonight. As behind him, we're 4 wide for second. Herbert Solomon for a great run off turn number 2. Joe T now making it 3 wide down the back straightaway. Keyshawn Richardson stuck in the middle currently. Almost no help at all until he gets help until David Johnson picks him up there. Now here comes Herbert Solomon for the lead off turn number 3 and into turn number 4. And off turn number 4, Herbert Solomon will clear Matthew Hill for the lead. Coming down to 5 laps to go. Next flag will end the race here at Armory Digital. Right now, everyone in the pack scrambling to get up towards the front. Right now, it's either go big or go home. And especially if a wreck were to happen, if a caution were to happen, that would end the race prematurely. So you never know when this race will end. And one of those drivers who's going big right now is Braden Carruthers, making it 4 wide going into turn number 3, almost 5 wide there. That was very, very scary, but somehow Carruthers was able to make that work. As look at that 4-car flying off turn number 4 there. On board of Keyshawn Richardson once again. Coming down to 4 laps to go. Time is ticking for some of these drivers to make their move. As here comes Brandon Carruthers again, making it 3 wide for second place. Carruthers now side by side with the lead with his former number off turn number 2. David Johnson now making it 3 wide down the back straightaway. 4 wide. 66 of Trey Smith there nearly got in to Keyshawn Richardson right there. Into turn number 3, the pack 4 wide once again as Carruthers takes the lead away from Nelson Reeves once again. But here comes the 66 of Trey Smith on the inside with Kellen Baker right behind him. 3 wide for the lead again. Coming down to 3 laps to go. 3 wide going to what's there goes Keyshawn Richardson. Herbert Solomon in the wall. Kyle Salomon in the wall as well. Caution has just been called. Here's your race back to the start finish line. Off turn number 2, Baker now side by side with Brandon Carruthers. Jason Albert makes it 3 wide with his teammate Matteillo behind him. You saw the lap cars ahead. They're not going to play a factor. As going into turn number 3, Brandon Carruthers pulls away with the lead. The field 3 wide behind him. Is someone going to make a move off turn number 4 here? Here comes Albert Matteillo. Albert goes on the outside. Looks like no one's going to have any answers for Brandon Carruthers as he will take the caution flag with only 2 laps to go. Now, assuming if Carruthers can maintain position, he will be the winner of this race. Let's take a look at the instant replay to see what caused this last caution of the night. So just like every other accident of the night here, this happened going into turn number 1. So this time Random J comes up on his own teammate and spins him out. That collects both the 67 and 36. The 9 of Lipsy also did get a bit of damage from that as well. Let's go on board with Keyshawn Richardson here. Yep. Random definitely came up on Richardson there. Definitely going to make an interesting Monday morning meeting with the teammates. Let's go on board with Kyle Salomon here. Got spun around. Able to correct it and keep on going. Let's go on board with Aiden Robertson here. And he's able to thread the needle and miss this wreck as well. He's missed every single wreck here tonight. So very impressive job for that one team. As we have another camera angle of this wreck. Very unfortunate end to the 24 team's overall very, very solid night. Meanwhile, the white flag is out here at Armory Digital. The field's coming off turn number 4. See if Redding Carruthers will stay on the track. Looks like he and the rest of the field will stay on the track. As I mentioned, Redding Carruthers won our last Super Speedway race at 8 Bowl in September. But tonight, he was able to make bold and aggressive moves at the right place and at the right time. And this time by, it will be 2 straight Super Speedway wins for Redding Carruthers and Spina Biffa Racing. And as the checkered flag comes out, Redding Carruthers will win here at Armory Digital on opening night. Congratulations to Redding Carruthers and Spina Biffa Racing. They are winners here tonight here at Armory Digital. Again, this is the second straight Super Speedway win for Redding Carruthers, as well as the second straight opening night win for Spina Biffa Racing, as Devin Payman won the opening race for the Winter Street Stocks. But now let's take a look at the finishing results and point standings after this race. So here we go. Redding Carruthers finishes first after a good way to kick off the season for that newly rebranded team. Finishing second is Jason Albert for his best career Summer Series finish to date. David Johnson, the highest finishing rookie, finishing third. Kellen Baker, defending series champion, finishing 4th. Nelson Reeves had a solid running here tonight, finishing 5th. Trey Smith comes home 6th. Dan Matteillo in the 14 finishes 7th. John McFadden finishes 8th. Richard Herman, last year's winner, comes home 9th. And running off the top 10 is Owen Miles in the 60. And as for the points, nothing much to see here, obviously, since it's the first race. Redding Carruthers, Jason Albert, David Johnson make up your top 3. Johnson, of course, also leads the Rookie of the Year point standing currently, as he, of course, is the highest finishing rookie. Kellen Baker, Nelson Reeves round off the top 5. Trey Smith in 6th, Dan Matteillo in 7th. John McFadden in 8th. Richard Herman in 9th. And Owen Miles rounds off your top 10 in points. So next up, race number 2, we head to Mexico City for the Coca-Cola Made in Mexico 500K. This is, of course, the first of the many new changes we have here in the Summer Series this year. So definitely a race you do not want to miss. But as always, y'all, thank you guys for watching this race. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time.